Welcome back to another video. In this one, we're going to be taking a look at quadratic simultaneous equations, and by the end of the video, you should find it really easy. So when you solve equations like this, you have x squared and y squared, right? But when you look at solving that, you need to make sure your second equation, and this is the golden rule, your second equation always has to be y equals or x equals. So if we look at this one, it's y equals straight away. So that's really easy, okay? Because if y is x plus 3, then what we can say is that this y here we can replace with x plus 3. So we can rewrite that first equation as x squared plus, but rather than y squared, we can replace y squared with x plus 3, because in the second equation y is x plus 3, right? And then that's equal to 65. So all we've done is we've replaced that y with x plus 3 in that top equation. From there, you just want to go ahead and solve it, because you've got an equation now with just x's, so it's really easy to solve. Because when you have a double bracket with a squared, you want to write it out twice. So that would expand to give us x times x is x squared plus 3x plus another 3x and then plus 9. Okay, hopefully everyone's all good so far. Now what we're going to do next is we need to rearrange it to, first of all, combine our like terms, but then to get it equal to 0. So 3x add 3x becomes plus 6x. X squared plus x squared is 2x squared. And then this 9 here, if we subtract the 65 to bring the 65 over, then we're going to get 9 take away 65, which is minus 56. And then we've got a quadratic where we've combined all of the terms, and it's now equal to 0. Because remember, whenever you solve a quadratic, it's got to be equal to 0. So then, how do you solve that? Well, they're all even, so we could half each one, right, to get x squared plus 3x minus 28. And then we can go ahead and factorize it. So we need two numbers that add to 3, multiply to minus 28. So those numbers would be x minus 4 and x plus 7, because minus 4 add 7 gives you your 3, and minus 4 times 7 gives you your minus 28. So if we just move this up a little bit, this bracket, if we set it equal to 0, would give us 4. This bracket would give us negative 7. And a lot of people, I see this all the time in sessions, a lot of people would leave their answers there, because they would think, right, I've got x is 4, and I've got x is minus 7. But that's not entirely true, because you do have x is 4 and x is minus 7. But remember, in simultaneous equations, you need to find your y values as well. So if y is x plus 3, that means y here is 4 plus 3, which is 7. If x is minus 7, then y is x plus 3, so minus 7 plus 3, which gives you negative 4. So then these two, in two separate pairs, would be your solutions to this question. Now, if you want to know what's actually going on graphically, then here we have a circle. Anytime you see x squared plus y squared, it's always a circle. And then this y equals x plus 3, you should all know by now that's a straight line. So what we've just found is the coordinates of where the straight line intersects the circle. That's what our solutions we just found, that's what they represent. So let's take a look at this next one. Now remember, the golden rule when you do quadratic simultaneous equations, the golden rule is that it always has to be y equals or x equals. But the issue here is it's not, right? It's 2x minus y equals 1. So we need to somehow rearrange this second equation to get y on its own. So what I'm going to do is take that negative y and add it to the other side. So we get 2x is y plus 1. And then to get y on its own, I can subtract the 1 over, so we get 2x minus 1 is equal to y. So then let's get rid of this, move that equation up a little bit. Because y is 2x minus 1, and that might be a little bit easier to see if I write it this way around instead. Because y is 2x minus 1, we can rewrite again this top equation as x squared plus, and then rather than y squared, we can substitute in 2x minus 1 squared. And then you want to go ahead and simplify it. So we've got x squared plus 2x minus 1 squared means you have to write the bracket twice. So you're going to double the bracket up and write it next to each other. Let's just give ourselves a little bit of room. So that x squared there would stay the same, but when you expand the bracket, 2x times 2x becomes 4x squared. And then expanding the rest of it should give you this. So where do we go from there? Well, we want to combine all of our like terms. So here we've got 5x squared. Here we've got minus 4x. And then we've got plus 1 equals 10. But remember what we said in the previous one? We want to take that 10 and bring it over because we have a quadratic. So that quadratic needs to be equal to 0, right? So minus in 10 would get you minus 9 equals 0. And then this is the quadratic we want to factorize and then solve. So factorizing it, we are going to get 5x minus 9 and x plus 1. And if you want me to do a video on harder quadratic factorizing, then let me know down below. It might be up already, but I haven't done it yet at the time of recording. So what do we do next? Well, we want to set each of our brackets equal to 0. So this bracket would give you x is minus 1. This bracket would give you x is 9 over 5. And then remember, that's your x values, but now you need to find your y values. Well, y is 2 times whatever x is, and then subtract 1. So if x is 9 over 5, that means y is 2 times 9 over 5 minus 1. Now 2 times 9 over 5, that's 2 over 1 times 9 over 5. 2 times 9 is 18, 1 times 5 is 5, and then subtract 1. And 18 over 5 minus 1 gives you 13 over 5. So what we can say is that when x is 9 over 5, y would be 13 over 5. When x is minus 1, then y is 2 times minus 1, which is minus 2. Subtract 1 gives you a y value of minus 3. So then here, they would be your two final solutions, and that is essentially how you do quadratic simultaneous equations. I've got these questions, these two that we've just done together. These are in the revision notes that are linked down in the description. So if you want to have a go, there's loads and loads of questions. There must be about 100 questions in there. And then there's exam questions and challenge questions at the end as well. See you guys in the next video.